Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich as Australasia. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, everybody still wants me to go war with Bahari Commune. I still refuse. I have changed my microphone settings between episodes. So I should be a little bit louder. If I'm too loud, please let me know. Anyways, it is June. And by June, I mean January of 1939. So we are getting closer and closer. Did one of these units die? They did not. Okay, fantastic. We're getting closer and closer to the Weltkrieg. I want these guys to please stop, and I don't want any of you to actually die. You know what? I'm just going to recall you for now. I'm a little worried. New Zealand has said yes to conscription. Thank you, New Zealand. I was really expecting you to be like one of those countries that just refused to. The ACTU campaign. Responding to the government's decision to legalize trade unions, the newly legitimized ACTU has begun a major push for the next general election. Large crowds have been gathering to hear syndicalist leader Fred Patterson speak, and while pundits won't give the radicals much hope of winning there, is a sense of worrying regarding Patterson's growing support. Some ministers expressed reservation about the legalization, calling it a dangerous experiment. But for the moment, the damage appears to be minimal. Minimal? It's a negative 5% stability hit. Minimal my ass. Okay, anyways. Agility, range, and reliability. I mean, that's for medium aircraft. Air attack plus 10%. For transport planes, but I don't really care too much about. You know what? Just give me this bad boy right there. Not gonna say no. And how is everything looking? Let's get you up to artillery level 2. I mean, I would say everything's looking good. Hey! Plebiscite vote, yes! We get more support. We get free limited conscription. Absolutely fantastic. Can I go to extensive? No, we're still at 30% war support. You will get rid of... Well, not you, actually. One of you. We're supposed to get rid of, bled dry. Unfortunately, rule tension dropped a little bit, so I can't really do too much about that at the moment. We will take you. That seems good. Finally, we're going to activate some manpower, though, which is nice. The Australasian Guard backs us on conscription. Charles Vanner Brooke, one of the leading figures of the Australasian Guard and its political front, the Centre Party, has today endorsed the government's successful adoption of conscription. While we may not feel comfortable being complimented by the far right, it is better than the alternative, as Brooke's support for the Centre Party has seen it grow in strength since the last election. Look, we're back up to 20%, and we're coalitioning. I thought we were coalitioning with the UAP. Maybe that's just for the election. I'm not too sure. You know what? Even though we might go to war legation at some point, fuck it. We'll sell them some equipment. They might just get annexed by the Japanese, which is fine. So we're at 3217. Let's build some civilian infrastructure in North Island. Looks good to me right now. Do we care about an intelligence agency? We might as well. Having one agent doesn't hurt. We can use it to put down some unrest if we end up occupying some territories. We can maybe get just a little bit of frickin' what's it called when you spy on people? Encryption? Decryption? Okay, our units are home now. And that's fine. We're just going to put you into Red Army for the time being. It allows you to actually heal up. Now I'm wondering, do we want to start sending some troops over to the French state? Because we're going to need to send some troops into the International. Like, that is an inevitability. Like, it'll have to happen at some point. So it's like, do I just do it now? Because again, Japan can theoretically declare war on us. It's somewhere, it's pretty deep into their tree, I believe. Attack the Russian states. Japan awards loyalty. Where is it? Isolate Australasia. You isolate me, but I don't think that actually gives you a casus belli. I think it might be you. Batva, Singapore, Fucking China, Zhengzhou, Hawaii. Actually, no, we don't care. So actually, I don't think they ever get a casus belli against us. At least if I'm reading this correctly. Now, you are next to Nenride. Hawaii is in the Entente, so actually that would lead to a war. But I think for right now, I am fine sending some... Do I actually just send you straight to Spain? I think the answer is yes. I'm feeling confident. Let's get our units going there. Do I have enough convoys for this? I hope the answer is yes. I think it is going to take a lot of convoys for us to support all of our wars in Europe. So it's early 39. What? Oh, what would I want? 39? Oh, 10% discount? See no reason to say no. And you know what I will also like to do? I think I just want to buy some convoys. Let's just buy some from... You would not accept? Length of contract? Okay, they don't like this. Dutch Indies. It's like one factory per... Sure, I'll send you 4 though. And there goes our trader Brazil. That's my bad. Is really nobody selling anything at this point? A little depressing. I didn't know convoys also were like that expensive. Oh, by the way, did my okay, my submarines did deploy. So we have a 35 size fleet. Not incredible, to be quite honest with you. We might be able to use it to deter Japanese patrols in Northern Australia. That's really about it. Okay, Chongqing government's collapsed. I do not want to join your war in Burma. It does not seem beneficial to me in the slightest. Okay, so you kill the Chongqing. You'll probably defeat Guangzhou as well. So you might see the Qing just end up beating the Japanese. That's also very possible. Also, I have so much political power. I gotta do something with you. Okay. Do you have any geniuses? We have experts. Okay. Infantry specialist. Do we have an infantry expert? Yes, we do. I have a... Reinforce plus 6% for the reinforcement rate. That's pretty goddamn good. I don't feel like I see army regrouping very often. Planning consumption minus 4% is not bad. I'm thinking of taking you. I mean, that reinforcement rate is crazy. And we're still at 242. So you know what? Let's fill this up. Entrenchment. I mean, entrenchment speed isn't bad. Expert, specialist, interception. I mean, I'm always a fan of just getting artillery expert. Entrenchment. You know what? That's... it's just entrenchment speed. Which, I mean, can be good if the front lines are moving quite a bit. But if we're just kind of staying in one area for a while, it doesn't do too much. You know what? Give me the artillery. You know, I'm predictable, okay? I'm not claiming that I have some new strategy in order to win, okay? I'll admit... Oh, this also... We want level 2 on this anyways. I'm willing to admit that I am going to take the easy way out. Which is just make my artillery better. Do we even have artillery into the infantry divisions? We do. How many artillery pieces do we have in storage? 804. Can I theoretically make you into like a 22 or 24, I should say, combat with unit? We're only a negative 16 artillery. That's not too bad. Organization is going to go down by 9 points, which is pretty bad. Soft attack, though, it goes up by like... What is that going to be? Like 33%. Defense goes up. Breakthrough goes up a decent amount as well. The combat width, 24, I think is a pretty good number. Or is 23 the better number? Again, you think I would know these kind of things. Let's just go with... You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to Google it. I'll be right back. Okay, so the consensus either is 15 if you want small units, or 24 if you want slightly larger. 24 or 25. So you know what? I think this seems like a decent group right now. Let's throw that in there. We have the rifles. The manpower will eventually happen. It might just take a little while, okay? Oh, a long while. You're 12 combat with. Do we have enough heavy tanks for this? We do. So you know what? If I were to make you into 15... What even is... We can take an AA gun. Do we even have AA researched? Oh, so this is a medium tank. We don't. Is there what else costs like one? Yeah, because you're both 16s, and I know artillery is a +2 on this. But you know what? 14, we'll save that just for now. Keep up the good work, team. And you know what? Throw in you. Throw in motorized? Sure. Why not? And the cavalry division, I think we'll even get you up to 14 combat with as well. Looks good. Save you up. So how's that looking for supplies? Artillery is a little low, I will admit that. However, rifles are still good. Heavy tank, we have so many fucking heavy tanks, man. I did not realize the sheer amount of heavy tanks we had. The point where it's like we should, can I like throw heavy tanks just into the infantry in some way? No, you need light tanks. Can I have like a heavy recon tank? Is that something that we can do? Can anybody look into that? We need enough tanks to put into every single unit here. It'd be 27. So I could go back to 25 if I wanted to just throw a fucking tank into this shit. Defense breakthrough goes up by quite a bit. Armor is better. Defense goes down for the lack of infantry. I mean, the organization's not great. And HP is also not good. And it takes fuel. The fuel, I think, is going to be a big issue with this. So maybe I shouldn't be stupid. Just keep the infantry in there. And then we'll have the tanks come in separately. And then you are... What are you're 12 combat with? Is there anything we can do with you? I don't really think so. Get the fuck out of here. And what about if we want to throw some infantry recons? This, again, would take very small amount of fuel. 1.2 is not too much. So let's throw in the... motorized recon. Yes, you affect engineers. The port artillery doesn't do too much. Okay, we're good. We're good. I'm overthinking things at the moment. So you can't do this until the election's over. That election's going to happen this month. So do I have a cheap little focus we can take? Focus on defense. Enact the Anderson Doctrine. Not paternal autocrat. Sure. I don't know what the Anderson Doctrine is. Let's take a little look. Oh, my infantry! Okay, we're getting them back. We're good. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, construction 3. I'm kind of leaning to getting either what do we actually mine? We mine actually a lot of stuff. So you know what, excavation 3 I think would be quite nice. Once the artillery is done on this, I'm going to actually go straight into the conversion. In the 1939 federal election, as per the Constitution of Australasia, elections are held once every 3 years. This year's election is particularly important due to the rise of Eric Campbell's Australian Guard, which is running in the federal elections as the Centre Party. The Percy Stevenson Australasian First Movement, both of which have siphoned support from traditional conservative parties. So I want to... Well, no matter what, we lose stability. I think we'll just kind of keep the path we're going on. I see no reason to really change this. The Labour Party adds new unrest. No, we're just going to go for the Country Party. They're going to win re-election. Congratulations. You are now the largest party. You should be happy about that. And the death of Joseph Loyens. Today, the Australasian Parliament mourns the loss of Joseph A. Loyens. I think it's Lyons. He is remembered fondly for all sides of politics, despite defecting from the Labour Party and becoming one of the leaders of the Nationalist Party. His legacy will be one of harsh determination, which is shown when he, alongside with Stanley Bruce, continued to push for democratic elections at the risk of dismissal. Is that someone who I care about? No, I don't believe so. Okay, we're still golden. Middle Africa, you have 89% stability, and you annex all of Mozambique. You guys are going off. I'm stunned actually. So actually, who do we have for our... Okay, you're still good on this. You know what I might want? Is... Now that I think about it, let's remove you. Remove you. We're going to make a cheap 22 combat with infantry is fine. I need to find a new NATO marker mod to put so I don't have to use these icons. let's just throw in this little... Sure, we'll throw this in there. And we're going to have you... We're at our maximum right now. I just want a handful of units that we can keep behind in Australia in case the Japanese or some other power, but most likely the Japanese, decide to invade. Yeah, get me back onto my lovely rubber trade. I would love extended conscription. But I know we are not allowed to have that quite yet. Soon, I'm hoping. I just don't know exactly when. Okay, again, I don't want to join your wars. Like, I'm so sorry. I just don't think it is worth it for me at the moment. And you know what, actually, let's build up some Tode guns. I have so many fucking massive tanks here. The Australasian Guard coup. Events in Australasia have reached a boiling point, and paramilitary groups loyal to the Australasian Guard have stormed the capital. The coup is being led by Thomas Blamey along with Eric Campbell, both heroes of the Ville Creek. For soldiers of the military district stationed in Canberra, many of them also veterans of Ville Creek, a hard choice must be made. Either turn their guns upon heroes and their fellow soldiers, or stand aside and allow them to overthrow the democratic elected government of Australia. Well, we are going to have the coup fail. Democracy has prevailed in my Australasia. You sneaky so-and-sos. But this is good. I have so many heavy tanks. I gotta do something with them. You don't have the manpower. You guys are slowly getting up your manpower. I mean, I'm so tempted to throw the heavy tanks in here. Just because I can afford it. That's gonna be so much fuel. And I mean, I could do it for sure. 27 combat width. You know what, dude? Fuck it, man. Let's try it. Let's go off. Let's do something. Let's be reckless for once in our life. We can't play everything safe all of the time. Sometimes you need to be a little bit wild. You need to get a little bit reckless in here. Okay? You need to think outside the box. And that box is shitty unit templates. And by think outside the box, I mean I'm putting myself right into that box, my man. We're right in the shitty division template box. I ain't getting out of that box. That's a box I've been in the last 7 years. We ain't escaping that. Anyways, the dissolution of the Australasian Guard. Today, Eric Campbell and Thomas Blamey, both veterans of Ville Creek, and the perpetrators of the Australasian Guard coup, were sentenced to life imprisonment by the High Court of Australia for high treason. The leadership of the Guard and its potential wing in the Centre Party shares the same fate, along with many other prominent members. The Centre Party has been dissolved, and the Australasian Guard more or less ended as a political force in Australasia. Charles Vanderbroek unfortunately could not be linked directly to the coup, and so escaped the prison sentence, although many accused him of bribing those involved in his prosecution. Well, I appreciate the 10% stability boost. Did we lose a general? Yes, we've lost our field marshal. So you have a 1333. You are a New Zealander. Presumably, if there was a civil war in Australasia, you would break away. More organization. Max entrenchment. Well, I'm interested in that one. Organization first. Charismatic. I don't think I'd want any of those right now, but I will put you in charge. Welcome aboard. I should sell more tanks. Are people actually even buying my tanks? I'm still selling 75. I don't think anybody's bought any of these. Nor the trucks, nor the trains. Or the rifles, to be... Even though I'm selling the rifles for cheap, and still nobody has much interest in them, unfortunately. Which I think is a little sad, but... whatever. Yeah, we can't trade all of our factories away, because we do need to be able to get our rubber imports from the Brazilians. Again, I don't want to join your wars. Like, I'm sure dying in the mud of Pakistan is fun for you, Canada. I don't have too much interest in it, at least right now. Okay, so Qing, they defeated you. The Yunnan clique, I can't imagine, is going to last too much longer. What do we have still? 523, 300, like, we have so much shit. How much fuel do we use for our armies, by the way? Only 15? South Africa trade, excellent. Let's send a trade to the Qing. And we're just going to save our political power for the war. Do you guys not have... I guess you might not have the tanks in the army yet. Because, you don't have the manpower to actually field the tanks. Which I guess would make sense. That's understandable, I guess, in this context. But I'm feeling okay. And again, if we ever need fuel, we can import it from somewhere. One of these countries will trade it for us. I feel pretty confident in that. But the Qing have done very, very well for themselves. I think they'll be able to deal with the defending government on their own. In which case, it'll probably lead to Japanese intervention. And if Japan and China just want to kill each other and leave Australia the hell alone, that is fine by me. And you're also fine by me. And in the episode here. So if you enjoyed it, thumbs up. Not enjoying it, thumbs down. You want to see more, subscribe. And goodbye.